three great and universal things which make known to us our sustainer, our Rabbul Alameen. One is the book of the universe. The whole creation is telling us who is our creator. So it's one of these, and the other one is Rasulullah sallallahu, and the third one is the Quran, the Kalamullah. So yesterday we mentioned the verified iman, how much it is important. So one of the means of this, looking at the universe and reading the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, in many ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning there are signs, proofs in the creation. وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَكُمْ and so on. Many ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning the creation. So one of them is this, the truth of opening. So this part is taken from the supreme sign. The supreme sign is one of the, let me see, the raise book. The raise book, in this book, the seventh ray. It is, in that part, it is explained very beautifully. The tafsir, this part is taken from the tafsir of La ilaha illallah, that there is no God but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So how the universe is saying La ilaha illallah, one aspect is this, the creation of the living beings from simple substances. So this truth is the truth of opening. By opening here, we mean the opening up of innumerable, varied and separate forms. This opening takes place everywhere at the same time, at a single command, through the manifestation of the name of opener, Al-Fattah. Fath means opening. Fattah, Allah, who is continuously opening. Every second, right? Every second Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating the human beings, right? I think every 4 seconds one baby is born. I heard that. So you can add the plants and from the seeds, right? The animals from the eggs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is continuously creating. So every second there is an opening up.
Opening is not just literally.
Yes. So it is. It means the opening up innumerable, varied and separated forms from the simple substances. So from the eggs, from the seeds, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating, right, different forms. One seed is becoming a very beautiful flower. Another seed is becoming very huge tree. The seeds are almost the same. Yes, brother.
Just a question, like in the light of the lecture, in the Turkish lecture before, what is the opposite of the name Fattah?
Opposite of?
Yeah, like you know.
Like the other, like there is like Basit and Qabid.
Yeah.
Similar to that.
I don't know if every name has an opposite.
Because if there's beginning, there's end.
Yeah, maybe you can consider the end. So the opening is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating from the seeds, and they are becoming again, right, the fruits, the awwal and akhir, the names of Allah, and maybe related to this, yes. So this opening takes place everywhere at the same time, at a single command, through the manifestation of the name of opener. So this is the proof of Tawheed, because all these openings, all these creations are happening at the same time in the whole world, for example, right, at the same time. So the one who is not controlling everything cannot create every plant opening from the simple seeds. Allah's creative power has opened up innumerable beings like flowers in the garden of the cosmos, of this, right, this earth, the love of the earth, endowing each with a well-ordered form and a distinct identity. Here says cosmos, it reminded me the stars, they are also created, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating them as well. So they are, when we consider very small seed, very beautiful flower is opened up. Maybe you heard, you saw the nebula. pictures, very beautiful pictures. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating the stars from them, right? So it is like a flower.
There are literally ones that look like roses and stuff,
Yes,
right?
so they are
all these images from
gigantic flowers, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating them. It reminded me this in the garden of the cosmos. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating, and they look like rose, right? The petals of the rose. So this he does through the manifestation of the name of opener, Al-Fattah. In similar yet more miraculous fashion, he has also given to the hundreds of thousands of animate beings in earth, garden, each its symmetrical, decorated and distinct form. So every flower has a different form. There are very small flowers we are unable to see with our bare eye, but when we look at with microscope, very detailed ornaments. They were detailed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inscribed in that flower. The lines are very perfectly designed, symmetrical, decorated, distinct form given. So these, maybe we can consider DNA. It's like also a spiral form of DNA, right? It is also right open. Allahu Akbar. استعيذ بالله يخلقكم في بطون أمهاتكم خلقا من بعد خلق في ظلمات ثلاث ذلكم الله ربكم له الملك لا إله إلا هو فأنى تصرفون إن الله لا يخفى عليه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء هو الذي يصوركم في الأرحام كيف يشاء. These two ayat show the most robust proof of divine unity. So, Sayyid Nursi, he is.
You didn't read the last sentence of the second ayah, I guess. لا إله إلا هو العزيز الحكيم.
هو الذي يصوركم في الأرحام كيف يشاء لا إله إلا هو العزيز الحكيم. As these two verses show, the most robust proof of divine unity, most powerful proof of divine unity, Tawheed, and the most remarkable miracle of divine power is Allah's opening up different forms. This subject.
You have the translation of these ayats?
Here it is interpreted in the following part, but I can read from the.
You don't Arabic, you can.
Yeah, I can do it. I can do it. I can read as well. Yes. He creates you in the wombs of your mothers, creation after creation, in three darknesses. That is Allah, your sustainer. He is the sovereign, He is the authority. There is no God other than He. Where then will you return? Naught is hidden, nothing is hidden from Allah, neither on earth nor in the heavens. He it is who forms you in the wombs as He wills. There is no God but He, the mighty, the wise. Aziz.
The interesting thing that I mean, just from this ayat, right? I mean, it may not necessarily mention the name Al-Fattah in this ayat.
Yes.
But like for example, in the meaning of nothing can hide from Allah, right? Like,
yes.
So in order so that when something does not hide, then you open it up, right? So it is also, in a sense, right, the name of Fattah. That anything that opens, anything that is not hidden, right, in a way, is like
so the seeds are in the soil.
Yes.
In the darkness, like in the darkness of the mother womb, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating the babies. So He, in the darkness of the earth, soil, He is creating the very beautiful flowers, right? They are perfectly given forms. So the most powerful proof of Tawheed, the most remarkable miracle of divine power is Allah's opening up different forms, creating different forms from the simple materials. This subject, the opening of forms, has been discussed repeatedly throughout the Risale-i Nur. in particular in the 6th and 7th degrees of the first chapter. So while mentioning the plants and animals, how they are witnessing, how they are showing La ilaha illallah in their creation from the lifeless particles, creating the plants, animal beings, right? Animals, they have spirit like us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating from the eggs we are eating every day. It is apparently lifeless, but the chicks or the other animals, the birds, they are created from the eggs. So all their qualities is coming from lifeless particles. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is opening, right, those particles, creating the life from the. So that life is not their property; they are given. Like we are right coming from the one cell, zygote, right? That cell cannot have our property. Allah is writing that hidden writing, right? The knowledge of us, in our every cell. Every cell He is writing in our every DNA. Yes. So we are, inshallah, right now we are passing to the meanings of the ayat. In-depth research in botany and biology has shown that there is such comprehensive artistry involved in the opening and unfolding of life forms that the only power able to bring about such effects is the power of the one who is single, ahad, unique, wahid and ahad, possessed and of absolute power. He is powerful over all things, Qadir Zul Jalal. Only one who is able to see and do all things, who can see our past and future, right? Who can do everything, who can create everything related to us. He created us suitable for this worldly life, right? So we can breathe the air Allah has created. We can see the sun Allah has created for us, right? So that we see everything. So He can control everything related to us. Yes, who is able to see and do all things in all things. He is able to perform this comprehensive, all-embracing deed. Why? Because the unfolding of forms demands wisdom, attention, and comprehensiveness. The one who created me should comprehend all the human beings, past in the past, also will come in the future. So He gave me a different face, right? He gave me a different identity, gave me a different footprint, right? Fingerprint
as well.
Yes.
All of like the design.
Yes.
The retina.
All these are showing that the one who has no comprehensive knowledge cannot create a human being. So it requires wisdom, hikmah, right? In everything there are many purposes who can follow those purposes, and He is creating everything with perfect attention, with perfect balance. So which are contained within an infinite power. So the one who cannot create the whole universe cannot create a human being, a simple cell human. Such power can be found only in that unique being, Wahid Ahad, who administers the whole of the cosmos. As the verses until this part, anything come to mind regarding this part? So I said, creating the life from the simple substances is the most powerful proof of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah, and I'm still amazed at how unfolding, right? Some of the words, things unfold in front of our eyes, right?
Yes.
It's like a mode of opening, Fattah. Right? It is unfolding of forms. It is from lifelessness. There is life, right? There is as if something was hidden, right? And like all of a sudden shows up, right? It's like, you know, like these magic tricks, right? You know, there's something behind the curtain, or in the hat, and all of a sudden a rabbit appears out of the hat, right? It is almost as magical, if you think about it, as that, right? Like opening something, right? You know, like, you know, or when you see, like, when you're like, yeah, it's like a theater or something, you know, the curtain comes up and, you know, you're going to this magical type of a thing like they worked on or something. In a similar sense, when we think about it, each seed, right, something that is almost dead, something is like a bone-like dry substance. You put it under earth, and all of a sudden, you know, something green comes out of it. It's almost like magic, right? Something opens up in life forms. Anything when we think about it, and from lifelessness, there's life. There is these magic tricks pretty much happening in front of our eyes that, you know, we may not realize, because under the veil of heedlessness, I guess, we may not really see them. Ghafla and like ulfa, right? Like we are so, it's so abundant that we may miss. We may not really pay attention, because it's so abundant. It's happening everywhere, and when we see trees everywhere, we may think of it as normal. But when we actually look at it, when we try to focus, when we try to see individually, you know, like, or we see all the components like earth, water, sunlight, but they don't really have power to make that, right? Or like when we look at a building, it is going up. We don't say that, okay, the building is growing, right? Like if let's say it's an amazing, you know, high technology building of skyscraper of some sort that is coming up, you don't say, it's normal, it's just growing, right? But unfortunately, we say that for like a plant, right? A huge, let's say these like sequoia trees, right? They have this like in California, they have these very huge trees like skyscrapers coming out of very tiny seeds, right? But then, you know, unfortunately, each tile of that tree, of that building, is a cell, which is itself is amazing, right? And you go into deeper and deeper. But unfortunately, we even call it growing, right? But we are not able to see it as being built, as we look at it.
Regarding your point, in the 10th verse, while explaining the Hashr, he is using the same expression that we read at the 10th aspect. So it says here, the imaginary scenes here. The imaginary scenes presented to us on the cinema screen cannot as well ordered as this, and millions of skilled magicians would be incapable of this artistry. At the beginning of the spring, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is showing the dry earth is becoming very colorful, right? The trees are they are wearing their very colorful green and very colorful flowers. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating from the simple substances, very beautiful animals and the flowers. So you know the magicians of Fir'aun, they are, when they see the miracle of Musa salam, the staff of Musa salam is eating up all the magicians' dragons, let's say, their snakes. They understood this is not a magic. Because they know the magic. They know the magic because they are magicians. They know what magic means. So they understood that this is not magic. So they surrendered. We believe in the Lord of Musa and Harun. They are very quickly believing in Musa salam. They understood the meaning. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is as if it is it looks like magical, but how it is, those particles are transformed into living beings, right? The flowers, because they are growing. They are not like we are making the For example, carpentry, we are making tables. 1,000 years this table. But Allah's art is tree is growing, right? A huge tree created from a simple seed. So it is continuously improving, growing. It is the miracle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It looks like magic, but it's a real art of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is showing us.
Yes. The same place also mentioned, not only it's not the same that he created, it's not necessarily it's not it's not the same, but it's not also different.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's kind of giving you some insight of innumerable, infinite number of variety, as you mentioned in the Al-Fattah.
Al-Fattah,
yeah, right. Like when you talked about like the fingerprints and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Also in the springtime, the same thing. I mean, it's like like almost the same number of leaves, but if you put two leaves in two springs next to each other, it would be different, right? They would have different vein types, vein patterns, whatever. So they are like the same, but they're not the same, right? So it shows that each one he's creating specifically.
On a limited place on earth, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is showing endless ornaments. Continuously He is changing, renewing His art. The substances apparently the same, but the meanings are all different. He is showing His beautiful Asma, the manifestation of the beautiful names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this limited earth. In that respect, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in the Quran, the number of the stars and galaxies, it is mind-blowing. So billions of stars in one, in one galaxy, and it is said that there are billions of galaxies. The Earth is almost nothing, right? When we compare this huge cosmos, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is addressing to human beings, and He is putting in the samawat and art together, right? He is mentioning Rabbus samawati wal ard, khalaqas samawati wal ard. He created the heavens and the earth. So this is showing the importance of the earth. So He is showing on earth His beautiful Asma, the manifestation of His Asma. He is maybe preparing the particles of the earth for the eternal life in the hereafter. They become a particle they are enumerated by being a part. As he is mentioning in every, for example, every particle while the baby is created, they know where to go. So they know how to act. So, for example, the cells in our in our hand, so they are acting as if it is said that they are as if they are committing suicide. They say. Yeah. So the cells are here. They don't grow. At the beginning, it looks like the feet of the duck, right? Yeah. So, but when the fingers are growing, these cells, they don't grow. So they know what to do, they know how to act. So it is showing that the one who creates them, so they should see the whole body of human being, so, as if they cannot have this knowledge. So this is the knowledge of the one who creates everything.
Alhamdulillah. If you don't have the knowledge, you don't know how to open things.
Yes.
You have to accompany knowledge with.
They should have a comprehensive knowledge.
That's right.
And that knowledge, making the project, making the plan of that thing. Previously, he coded, and he is showing us as a proof. Yes, brother.
Yes, this question. What's the wisdom behind why Allah? You mentioned about flower, right? Like the small being that He created has much symmetry, decoration, and art. And compared to even the big one, the biggest one, like cosmos, that we talk about stars, what's the wisdom behind it?
It's a good question. In the 10th word, Sayyid Nursi, he is explaining that in other parts of the tafsir he is also mentioning it. And the 6th truth, he is mentioning in one footnote. We can read it. There are 3 purposes of the creation he is mentioning. So in the 4th principle, so there are numerous purposes here. Let me make it bigger. 1 second.
Can you just show the English as well?
Yeah, only English we can show. Yes. So the 4th. Yes. 1 second. Is it the first? Oh, sorry. Yes, here. There are numerous purposes for the existence of everything. So here, there is a footnote. Here, mentioning in the 4th principle, this treatise is explaining the hereafter with the names of Allah. You will understand also that adornments of this world are like samples and forms of the blessings stored up in the paradise by the mercy of the compassionate one for the people of faith. So those ornaments, we can understand that Allah has prepared for the eternal life, showing us samples in this world. He decorated everything, right? Perfectly adorned everything. So there are purposes, of course. One aspect is looking to us, but most importantly, those adornments are looking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are numerous purposes for the existence of everything, and numerous results flow from its being. These are not restricted to this world and to the souls of man, for the nafs of man, as the people of misguidance imagine, being thus lost in vanity and purposelessness. What's the purpose of this? I don't see in the Himalayas the flowers. Why is it created very beautifully? For example, they can consider.
What is not beautiful?
No, why he created something very small. And the art is very high, the quality of the art is very high. And also the cosmos, the big one, also sometimes much more beautiful than big.
Yeah. So the most important, those are the purpose of their creation. So it is. 1 second.
It does like purposelessness.
Purposelessness, yes. On the contrary, the purposes for the existence and the results of the being of all things relate to the following 3 categories. The first and the most exalted pertains to the Creator. It consists of presenting to the gaze of the pre-eternal witness, Shahid Azali, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is observing His beauty with His own holy gaze. So the bejeweled and miraculous wonders He has affixed to the object in question, as if in a military parade. For example, in the ceremonies, the military showing all their ornaments to the high-ranking people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made the whole earth, the whole creation, like a parade. So they are showing their beauties that Allah has given them to the gaze of Allah. To live for a fleeting second is enough to attain that glance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is observing it 1 second, it is eternal. Indeed, the potentiality and intent for existence is enough without ever emerging into life. So Allah is creating seeds. Maybe many of them, they don't become a flower or a tree. Allah knows what is in them. So that is enough. Allah is knowing that beauty, even if it is not fulfilled its purpose.
I think that the flower is beautiful, the cosmos is beautiful, all that Allah create is beautiful, is unique in the. But I think that the most important is that all that He create obey Him. The flowers have inside of the flower is all the world very full of miracles. Because how you know the scientific don't know how occur all these miracle inside of the flower. And the cosmos the same. But I think that the most important is that all they go to Allah, all they obey Allah. The flower know what they have to do for grow. The cosmos know how we respect all the distance to the one planet with the other planet. You know, because it's in you have to see all this in divine unity.
Yes.
Because cosmos has part of, or maybe all the cosmos, you can separate to these flowers. This flower and this cosmos go together. You know, the sea and your body go together because your body has water. The sea has water.
Yes.
You know, the moon. I don't know how is that the moon in the night. The water. How
Tiding.
the water grow. The water grow. And in the morning they go, I don't know how it is there, for the moon.
It is tide.
In our body it happens the same.
And then tide, I think.
Yes.
The tides,
So, yeah, tide.
Tides in the ocean.
Yeah, it all have relation, you know, in this divine unit that every creature respect the place to the other, the status, and share all these attributes, the 99 names one.
So the creation of those beauties, perfect right, ornaments. So foremost, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is observing them with His gaze. The second purpose is looking to the conscious beings, the human beings and the angels and the spirit beings. They are observing the beauty of Allah. Of course, Allah is observing from their eyes, from their perspectives. So He is looking His art from a different perspective. He is again observing His own beauty. And the third one is looking to the benefit of the human beings, the other beings. It is very little percent, maybe 1,000. Yes.
There was that, I will not be able to quote the exact thing, but there was that part where they said, I loved that when I first heard that. The one who gave you the eye has seen what the eye will be seeing before he gives you the eye, right? So that's why actually he sees the universe, but he also wanted to see the universe through our eyes as well, in a sense, right? Because he sees what we see, what we observe, how we would be appreciating that.
Yeah.
It's a different approach because he like, you know, we are not able to understand, of course, or see like his will. At the end of the day, he wanted us to observe the universe. He wanted to see how we observe the universe as well and appreciate that, right? There's a different angle to appreciate his creation, his beauty. So, you know, again, it's hard for our finite minds to comprehend that, you know, but he has infinite creation and the different levels, the different ways to appreciate that creation. Of course, he himself and the angels are appreciating it, but he willed that creation, human being, to also appreciate it, and he wanted to see how we see the universe and appreciate it.
Yeah, but for example, one artist, no, that take a picture, you know, take a picture. So light a picture, take a picture, and the artist take a picture to the flower, and this picture is art. No, this picture is memory of this flower, because this picture don't have connection with the universe. You know, you have the flower here, you have beautiful flower, but this picture don't have the connection. The same that they take a picture to the universe, but this picture to the universe of this movie don't have connection with all that happened in the universe.
Maybe we can open that up later because it's Maghrib time. But
Maghrib time, yeah, we should. You are break, inshallah.
Yeah.
Are they eating dinner now or at
Yes, they will be eating dinner early today because some folks are, because it's
So
Thursday.
yeah,
some folks
somebody
are-
told me in the hallway they're eating at 4:30. Fokabi was saying that they're
Yes,
eating at 4:30.
that's inshallah.
4:30? It's not even
5:30.
5:30.
لا علم إلا ما علمتنا.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, you go to
Okay.
Okay. I don't know why he's at 4:30.